You know what I was thinking about this morning? Well, besides the fact that we're in this horrible social experiment and it won't stop snowing and we are isolated, it's got Donner Party vibes all over it. This morning it was still dark out. It was 6:30, so of course it was still dark. The clock said 6:30. No telling what the hour really is. I think that they've somehow made the nighttime hours much longer. And I don't know if it's just because it's dark all the time here or what, but anyways, all of a sudden there was all those dogs barking and barking, a whole bunch. I never heard this before. And there was a whole bunch of dogs barking. And then these people, it sounded like started fighting out in the street. I don't know, maybe they were walking their dogs at the same time and it turned into a battle. But I was like, oh my God, this place is the Wild West. I mean, if anybody's going to lose their shit, these people around here, definitely. And you bet your ass they got guns. So, I don't know. I am just, oh God, I am so sick of this. This morning, though, I was thinking about, after I got out of the shower, I was, whatever you do, drying your hair and all that stuff. And I was thinking, I feel like I could stand and talk to people completely naked and completely be comfortable and not be thinking about my body at all. And I was thinking, I think that means you're comfortable in your own skin. Because if you can think about something besides your own insecurities and focused on yourself and you're thinking about other things, see, I think that's where we need to be. And we need to be a lot more accepting of our bodies. I mean, just because we put damn clothes on doesn't mean we're not animals. We're animals. So we should be comfortable in our own bodies. We should be able to go around without clothes on. But, and this morning, I was out here. I got up this morning early again. And I keep like waking up at 3 o'clock, just being awake, even if Stella's not waking me up. And I keep trying to lay there and stuff, go back to sleep. This morning I laid there till like 5. I did not go back to sleep. And so I was just like, fuck this. I don't know what the hell. And I really think it is the same thing as what they tell us about, you need this much food to survive. I think they're doing the same thing about sleep because on less food and less sleep, I'm still completely functioning. I might be kind of tired, but I mean, you can be tired if you sleep too much. So, and tired from just the exhaustion of this, isolation and this constant chaos and this frenzy of, they're trying to kill us all. We're going out with a bang, I guess, with an experiment. This is a social experiment as well out here where I am because these people are, kind of like lunatics or something. But this morning I got up and I was like, fuck this. I turned on music and I just started dancing and, having fun and singing and, entertaining the unseen people around me. Well, I see them sometimes. I mean, I still see them in the closet. Last night, this was weird. Last night I was doing something and I glance over and I see someone in the corner with this really creepy, like wretched looking face. I was like, oh my God. In my head, I'm always talking to him in my head. And I was like, oh my God, you look like a creepy witch. I don't know if you're mean, but you sure have a creepy ass face. And, I kind of feel like I might have hurt their feelings a little bit. But so this morning, because I kept thinking, oh my God, it looks like a freaking witch face or something. And I did sage, but it's like nonstop. There's stuff moving, there's stuff, So I was like, okay, I just got to do a cleanse. Like, I don't know where all these beings are coming from or these spirits or what the hell's going on. I feel like I've got a party going on in my house. But so I did a sage and everything. And then this morning on my phone, on the home page or whatever, the page that you don't have to open your phone that comes up, I put the top on an Apple phone. It has this like your memories or something, and photos pop up. I don't go in and look at them. Every once in a while I might, but I always just figure, well, they're in my album. So anyways, this face, it was like the same face kept popping up on my phone this morning. And I was like, weird. So the last time I decided, oh, I'm going to go in and look and see what is this picture that keeps popping up that looks like the same face. And it was like an old woman, and she had this hair thing on. It looked much different, you know, when you were looking at her than just that one little catch of her face. And, you know, it looked like a sweet face. And it was weird because you could take this face that looked really creepy and then you turned it into a sweet face, but it was the same face. So it's all in how we perceive it. It's the energy that we give it. So, yeah, anyways, it was kind of like they were showing me like, I'm not a creepy face. It's just a regular face, but it looked really creepy. I mean, in the dark, and then you kind of turn and then you see this very bold kind of really, to me, when I saw her, it looked like the woman in Sleeping Beauty that gives Snow White that, not Sleeping Beauty, Snow White, the witch that gives her the apple before, you know, I think it's the queen who turns into the witch, but when she's in witch form, yeah, that's the face that looked like to me last night. But then when I saw it today with, I don't know, more as a human face, it didn't look so creepy. Looked much different. So I was seeing, there's a whole bunch of stuff I was thinking about. One of the things is my friend in Australia, like she's pretty upset. Like most of us are pretty upset at this point. I mean, these people just continue to be oblivious. We all have to just keep watching this, experiencing this tyranny. I mean, here I'm trapped. They even, you know, they shut down the pass, all the passes, shut down all the passes for, it's going to be 5 days, I think. And the grocery stores were already getting empty. And so the people who, you know, like the religious people who I knew, she kept saying, they're going to do all this stuff. They're going to close down the pass. They're going to cut us off from food. They're going to do this, that. There's going to be extreme weather. And we're having all those things, like she said. And my thing is it's temporary. It's not going to continue. It's their tricks. It's their playbook. And they're going to do this stuff to us. But it's not going to continue because they are losing. They're going to lose this time because it's the changing of the guards. It's you know, it's written. It's a changing of age. So their time is up. So it doesn't, you know, it doesn't matter. I don't know how long stuff is going to go on. Like, I don't think it's going to go on through this whole year. I don't know how long it's going to go on though. And you know, I mean, they're definitely doing the stuff she said. They're closed down the passes. They're cutting us off from food. They've got us isolated in areas. The roads aren't getting done. And you're stuck in different areas. And, you know, for me, since I was heating the morning all 2020, I did get food and was prepared. I wasn't as prepared with the wood, but I see some other universal action on that is playing out that, you know, sometimes things have to play out. And you have to just be like, okay, I know I'll be okay. It doesn't matter. I'll be okay. It doesn't matter what other people do. I'll be okay. And, you know, as long as you just keep that in mind, I think that is what helps me to get through, is knowing that this is temporary, that I will get through it. And if I don't, and it was meant to be that I transitioned at that time, I don't think that's, I mean, the universe has spent a lot of time telling me other things if that's what's going to happen. But if that's what's going to happen, then that's what's going to happen. I'm not going to stress out about it. I'm just going to go and, you know, stop being Kelly and go be someone else. So it doesn't really, you know, people get all caught up in all of this stuff, but it doesn't matter. None of it matters. It's all just in the lessons that you learn during the experience. And this is some harsh lessons, that's for sure. And so she was talking about in her book, she's very frustrated. She's like, Australia won't be coming back from this. This is it. She said, you know, I mean, we have people posting selfies as they're, you know, boosting themselves up to, you know, virtue signal to the world how grand of a person they are. And everyone should join this grand club of the virtuous amongst us, you know. And I've said that, my family really wants me to, and my daughter, the other day, I guess she had said if I wanted to go to Cabo, and I thought she was talking about months from now or something. And I'm like, I really want to go on a trip, but as long as there is restrictions, I'm not going to comply so that I can do like, oh, they treat us like we're their children or something. Like they have dominion over us. They don't have it over me. And, so I'm not going to go out and travel in that kind of situation where you have to show your papers and stuff and be on a plane with a bunch of psychopaths. Fuck that. If I can't drive to it until this shit is, then obviously, I'm not going to go there. And right here, I mean, he's got all the roads closed. He's got state highways. He's got the interstate. He's got the passes. People don't even know his name, I don't think, that much. It's like Wheeler and Newsom and stuff. But Inslee is another level. Another level indeed. But, when you're sitting and opening Christmas gifts with Gator Boy, you're not going to be a very good person. You're going to definitely be a garbage person. Garbage people, gather. So, we're in friggin' tyranny, and we have been the whole time. First state to close down, and he's just going to drag this shit out, and everybody here just believes it. Like, I am literally an insane person in this reality that I'm existing in. And, I'm okay with it. I mean, it's depressing, kind of, because you're so isolated and alone, and it does make you start feeling crazy because you are the only one who is like you. You're the only one who thinks like you or sees through the bullshit. So my friend in Australia, anyways, she was like really bummed out because she's like, if people even live, they're just too damn dumb. I don't want to be around them anymore. She's like, I don't want to be around these people anymore. It's weird. It is weird. It is to trust the government. Oh, I've got too many stories going at once. Okay, so back to the Cabo thing. Let me do that one real quick. So the Cabo thing, they're all going to be going. They really were going on a trip. But 4 of them, all obviously, papered. And so, of course, me being the crazy person, I'm just like, oh my God, on an airplane? Oh my God. Up and down. I mean, that's not good for blood clots. I mean, we know what happens on a just regular person, like with blood clots on a plane. So now we got, I don't know. I mean, I can handle my own transition. It's a lot harder to handle other people's, and I hope that, they're going to go do their fun little trip and have a good time and come home and be okay. Hopefully, something else will happen to get them to wake up. Like, I don't know. Maybe they've already gone and gotten the booze. Maybe they're all boozed up. All boozed. I don't know. This is just insanity. But okay, so back to my friend in Australia. So she was reading this book, and it is talking about, like, I think it was written way before any of this happened. And the stuff she was telling me, it was a bunch of experiments that they've done on people and how compliant people and how much they'll follow what other people are doing, even if it doesn't make sense. And they'll even see things that aren't there or not see things because it's by what they believe until you point it out to them. And so she's telling me all these experiments and was like, dude, I'm freaking living this. This is what I am living. That's why I'm telling you. This is absolute insanity. This experience. I have never been through anything like this before. Seeing how detached these consciousness is and how dependent and reliant they are on kind of like each other. Once you've been labeled as a kook, then you've got nothing to offer. I'm telling you, now people look at me, I can see it in their eyes. They look at you like you're crazy, and you keep trying to pretend like you're not. which even makes you creepier. It's like, I'm standing across from creepy, I'll tell you that right now. I can see it in your eyes. You're just, it is like mind-controlled people. And the MK Ultra people, I mean, that's the ones who do the mass shootings and stuff. Like, people will do unreasonable things when they're mind-controlled. And, I mean, we're seeing it. We're witnessing what is going on with these people. They don't think for themselves. They just, the government says it, and it must be true. Oh, I stand for my government. I'll do whatever they say to do. Like, oh my God. It's just sad. It's just so sad that there just are, I don't know, so much not even ask questions, just go along with whatever program. Nothing turns on in them to signal to them that something is off. If it does, it is us crazy people. And she even said that in the book. They'll do anything they can to shut you out, shut your messaging out or whatever. They can only deal with what they perceive. And it is exactly what I'm experiencing. Like, they are completely not in the here and now. They're in this world of perception based on judgment and ego and fear. It is it's just the strangest experience of I mean, it is like, I'm not just kidding around when I say like red zone zombie apocalypse, because zombies are like they aren't thinking for themselves. They just kind of go around and bump into walls and which direct me which way to go, and they are just, especially the zombies I grew up with, they were like voodoo mind controlled people, and that's what this is like. These people are like voodoo mind controlled zombies, and I'm red zone in it because I am I am outnumbered by a huge amount, and other people like me are as isolated. And just like when we even tried to connect on Nextdoor and reach out and find each other, who's not crazy here, you get so attacked and bullied. And then I got, obviously kicked off of, social media out here for the neighborhood for Nextdoor. It's like, but it's like what are those people called? It is like the patients running the asylum. It is like the crazy people are in control because they don't think for themselves. They are just zombies. And I really do think like they could literally do something. I don't know if it would be a sound. It would be, I don't know what they could do, but I'm telling you, they could get these people to react to things that aren't there. 100%. Just by telling them. It is creepy. And you can really see when you're experiencing this, how people create their own reality. How you go into a room and you really see what it is that you are perceiving. It could be the room is not anything like what you perceive, but you're going to perceive it the way you perceive it. The way people are. You perceive them by your own judgment. So all of that stuff is just so clear when you're living in this experience where these people are not awakened yet. That they are just trying to survive. And they're just, they've got so much, it's so much reaction. It's this reactive way of being, and that's the way that we all used to live. Is just reacting to each other all the time. And I'm sure that is probably being reactive to each other all the time would keep certain, like, I don't know, all the different ones like cortisol and different chemicals in your body out of balance. And there would be a reason why these chemical companies are, making mass amounts of money. Because when they do keep you stressed out all the time, it does mess with your chemicals inside your body. And, their commercials are just nonstop. They are, you can tell, they're funding this reality. This is their reality. So the commercials and stuff is like it's like we're gonna just, it is like baiting everybody, but it is like a sweep through of just, oh, if you've got this, this, and this, and this, then you've got this, and we've got this, and you can come here and you can take this, and we'll give you this, and then if you get these, this, and this, and that, then, you know, if you die, it's okay, because we'll just, you know, pretend like it didn't happen. And I just it's just shocking with these people's history, how these other people trust these people. I mean, there's mass killing happening, and they're pretending like it's not even happening. This is just, it's very, very aggravating. But, you know, all we can do, really, is just to keep our own spirits up, you know, keep our own faith. Don't get scared if you start seeing things coming out of the corners of the room, because, you know, we are breaking free to the other side. We are, you know, if you're awake and you're not a part of their illusion, you will start noticing, you know, this world is not what it seems, and there is things around us, and it's crazy because right here in this spot, right here, this could be other realities happening right in this same space. And since we're not tuned in, just like how you can have your radio on, but you don't hear all the stations at once, you know, there can be other things happening right here, right now, in other time periods or other realities. And, you know, that what we think of, like, to me, I can look around this and I can see a room, you know, that I've created for my own self, right? And so I can see all of this space, but the other beings that would be in this space, they would be seeing their reality. They would be seeing their rooms and stuff. And I think it really catches it good. Oh, yesterday I watched this movie, and it was one I hadn't seen in a long time. I think it was called Ghost Town or something like that. It had Ricky Gervais in it. And what's her name? Oh, I can't think of her name right now. It's kind of a strange name. But anyways, they were, oh, I had some more people too. I just can't remember everybody's name. But it had some good stuff, like, that was true about ghost stuff. And, oh, one of the things, like, how all these ghosts were lingering around because they had unfinished business. And, you know, they're looking for someone who could see them and hear them so that they could pass on messages to people. And, you know, the thing that kept bothering them the most is watching their families suffer when they die, when the person would die. And they'd be like, that's the hardest part to watch, is your family suffering. And you want to just keep coming back and making things better. And that is something you will hear over and over and over again when you go in, and if you read about past life regressions, or about near-death experiencers, when you read their stuff, that is one of the things that keeps souls attached to, you know, their lineage and their ancestry, and, you know, each other, and how we are all woven together. So that, I thought it was really good how they were showing, because a lot of the stuff they were showing about Ghost World was really accurate. You know, they weren't trying to make them like into scary monsters. They're just unembodied, or whatever. They're out of a body, spirit out of a body, and kind of stuck, needing to work out some stuff. That's why I've said for so long, it's so important for you to stay, you know, current on working on your stuff, because it's a very frustrating thing to get to death and have a bunch of stuff hanging over you. And that's, you know, you think you don't want to ever come back. Well, you're going to right away want to come back. So if you really do want to break, you know, work on your stuff. Clear up your stuff. Clean up your stuff. Clean up your act. You know, that's what you're here for, is to get your shit together and grow. And let's see, there was another thing I was going to say. Let's see, I talked about a book. Oh, just whatever you can do to just keep your spirits up at this point. Because remember, it's an endurance contest, kind of. It is survival of the fittest. It is having that resilience and having the stamina to keep going, no matter what they're going to throw at us, to keep going. Yesterday I was like crying. I wasn't crying over sadness, really. I just, Stella kept crying and crying and crying. She's losing weight. I've got on all this medicine. I mean, I'm on RSO. That is what people who are, have cancer and stuff will take. And she still is having such a hard time. And, I have so much hope for these med beds, but I don't even know if they're going to allow animals in them. And I don't know, even if they go and they said they were going to test, because they already told me she's way too young to have cancer. And, maybe she's just got some bone spurs or something. I don't know. But I got all upset last night when she just kept crying. And I was just like, oh my God, I was bawling. It's made me sad just thinking about it because I don't want to lose her. Ugh, this makes me sick, I mean, like when I say she's my best friend, I'm not kidding. And, but I'm gonna start crying again. So I was crying last night. And then once the floodgates opened, it was like I couldn't even freaking stop. And then I started listening to this song. I listened to it 100 times, Sideways. I was like, oh my God, I'm just feeling that song so much. And I really feel like, feel your feelings, move through the pain, don't get stuck, keep looking at yourself. And, it is all about the stamina, it's just like we just got to push through every day. Just remember, like this morning, I just started out with like, okay, we will get through this day. We will get through this day. And that's all we can do is just take on every day. Sometimes it may be taken on every hour. I mean, we have the huge threat hanging over us where they're going to start, they're already limiting us if we aren't this, but they're going to start cutting us off food and more things like that. So, we just, if you don't have any food yet and you're standing firm in your belief of staying chemical free, then, you might want to stock up on some more food as soon as you get the opportunity, because that is where they're going to try and hit us. And I don't know how long this is going to go on, but they're definitely going to be hitting us as hard as they can. Especially right now, like we're being hit fucking hard, really hard. I mean, the trash, it is just mind blowing. I mean, these people come out like every freaking time there's a holiday. It doesn't matter. They'll be out there. And now they're just not coming. No mail, no deliveries, nothing. It just feels like you're just in the Twilight Zone. So, yeah, it comes from within. It's inside of us to be able to get through this. And, it's a lot of managing your emotions and managing your psyche, and don't get all into fear. And it's easy because, like, I can just be sitting here thinking, my fridge and my freezer is pretty empty. The grocery stores are probably pretty empty. But I've learned that, you can eat a lot less and survive. So I'll be fine. I've got peanut butter. I've got crackers. I've got some tuna. I've got some, but I think that, it is just learning how to survive. It's changing what we think surviving is. And, seeing through their dialogue so that we know, we need to really take care of ourselves. They are not going to be giving us things. So, food and all of that, resources, they're limiting our resources, to control us. So, just all I can say is that it is like a marathon. It doesn't matter when you cross the line. It doesn't matter if you have to crawl across it. You can get across it. You're going to make it. And then we'll start picking up the pieces. So no matter how hard this gets, just keep on remembering, I can get through this. I can get through this. And if it's your time to go, just release it. You know, release this place and move to where I think we're all going to be back to the same place. I mean, we're all going to be back together again, I think. I don't know how this is all going to work, but all I know for sure is that every fucking thing is a lie, and it's all to trick us, and that we are moving into the age of Aquarius. We're changing ages, and the age of Aquarius is so different than what we've been living, that we have to purge all this out. It can't go into the age of Aquarius, because it wouldn't be the age of Aquarius. We'd still be in the same age. We'd still be working out the same shit. So we got to purge all this out. We got to release it. We got to grow. And if you can't grow and you can't move out of this energy, then, you know, it's just someplace where you're going to stay more, you know, go live more of those experiences, because you're not done with it. But I think most people who are here right now are done with it. I think that the people who seem to just be compliant and okay with tyranny, and, you know, their government is their savior, science is their God, that they're going to get woke up. I just don't feel that, you know, it's only for the special ones. And she was saying that it is such a deep, in that book, this woman was saying, I can't remember all this stuff, but that it is so deep inside of them that it will take a lot to wake them up. And that's why it's going to have to, I mean, we've seen over and over and over crazy freaking shit happening. Doesn't even make a dent. Doesn't even make an eye flitter. They're just dead ass asleep. So, you know, that it is going to be something really big, something really significant, and something really scary. And just remember, if you're awake, just remember, this is what it's for. It's for waking these people up, and just try and keep yourself sane, and don't get caught up in the fear. And, you know, just keep on releasing stuff and keep growing and working on you. And we will get through this. We will get through this. I have great hopes for this year. So, I don't know, I might be back. I feel like I'm just really rambling incoherently. So, just saying the same things. Like, we will, though. We will get through this. And we will be headed to a new age. And it will be a beautiful experience when we get there. And it's going to be a lot inside of all of us, because we are going to rebuild a world. We're going to create a world that we want. So it's going to be exciting. And let's just keep on focusing on that. And we will get through this. So I'll talk to you later. I'll be here. There's nowhere to go. Once that helicopter flies down. I don't think a helicopter could fly down here, because there's just trees everywhere. We're in the forest. So, I don't know. I'm pretty well stuck. So, have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.